Yeah, that's a lot of people. All right, well, I want to start off saying I am so happy and honored to preside over the only 10 minutes of this wedding that Stacie didn't plan. And if there's anyone out there feeling nervous, worried, or apprehensive, it is probably because you just married Shane Hassing. Now I'm going to apologize in advance if this runs a little long. Yeah, I get a little nervous speaking, but it shouldn't take more than 45 minutes, so. I'll go ahead and thank everyone for coming out and making this such a memorable day for both Shane and Stacie. And I want to give a special thanks to the parents for all the support they have provided. I'm also going to give thank you, Shane, for finally admitting that I am the better man. Oh, but seriously, thanks, Shane, for asking me to be the best man. Now, Stacie, I've known Stacie ever since February 27th, 1989. For those of you who don't know, I am her younger and favorite brother. Now, I couldn't ask for a better sister. I mean, I don't know. She could be malicious at times. She didn't show it on the projector, but she would try and I guess she did every once in a while, dress me up as a little girl. So, I don't know. I'm kind of glad she didn't show that, but. Now, she was always there for me, and I really appreciate it, and she taught me many things through life, and I don't say this often, but I truly respect and love my big sister, so get it on film now, so. But I'd like to give Shane a few tips here, on living with Stacie. So, first off, I see he already broke rule number 1, which was eat your vegetables. Next off, if you ever piss her off, when you piss her off, make sure you do not look her in the eyes. Also, don't even think about using the bathroom in the morning unless you get approval first. Now to Shane. I have known Shane for way too long. Now, I've known him for about 6 years now. I first met him when I started working for his dad, Sean. Gotta go to the notes here. After extensive interviewing one day with Sean, which included in like a 5-minute phone call, he told me to meet him at a house in Fairmount where they were laying sod. So I pull up the one day, and the first thing I see is what seemed to be Sean slightly chewing out one of his nephews. I don't know if it was him or not, but. So right off the bat, I'm kind of scared about this whole deal, and I finally built up the courage to ask Sean what he wanted me to do, and he says, well, go around back and help this Shane guy. So I go around back, and here's this goofy guy standing there with nothing but some old tennis shoes, gym shorts, and aviator glasses, with dirt smeared like head to toe. Little do I know that I'm looking at my future brother-in-law. Now we get to working for a little while, and I didn't realize he was Sean's son at the moment. And I kind of asked him if the boss was always going to be in a bad mood like this. And Shane just kind of looks over me and laughs a little, and he says, well, the boss is happy right now, so. I know. So right off the bat, I'm kind of wondering what I just got myself into, but in the end, I'm glad I stuck with it, because both Sean and Shane taught me many good work ethics, so. Since I've met Shane, he has become a better man. He is more focused in his career. He is more mature, more responsible, more in shape, better looking, more, I can't read your writing. Seriously though, Shane has been like another big brother to me since day one. I had always enjoyed working with him. And I really hate to say this, but I even look up to him a little. Just a little though. I can't think of anyone else that I'd rather have my sister though. And I'm truly proud to have him as a brother-in-law. So. Now I'd like to give Stacie a few words of advice though, before living with Shane. First of all, we all know Shane's work ethics. He can get wrapped up in his career and do-it-yourself projects and lose track of time. So just be prepared to not always be on time and be patient. Now one reason I say this, like before I said, Shane likes to try and do things himself, and sometimes he likes to make certain things that should be left to professionals. Now, for anyone who has ever had the pleasure to ride in Shane's boat knows exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the name of this boat is Tool Time, which couldn't be a better description for this boat. This boat is the only boat in the county that can be switched from a ski boat to a fishing boat in about 10 minutes and 10 curse words. Now for this thing to be a ski boat, Shane took like this 7-foot tall ski pole and he welded like a flag pole, and he welded like a ball hitch to the top of it. So then he takes this homemade ski pole and then he sets it up in the middle of the boat, runs these support cables from like the top of the ski pole down to various points of the boat. Now, so when you're skiing behind this thing, the whole time you just got to sit there and watch that little ball hitch on the top of that pole and just wait for them welds to snap and have that ball fly right back at you. Now, when you're sitting in the boat, you got to kind of, not to offend Shane, but to cover your face in case one of them cables decides to snap. Now for this thing to be a fishing boat, Shane took this piece of plywood and he made this homemade fishing deck. He sets on the front seats of the boat, and then he mounted this trolling motor to the bow of the boat. Just drilled some holes right in the bow of the boat and set this trolling motor there. And then he mounted this pedestal seat on this homemade plywood. Now I wasn't there to see this in person, but from what I've heard, Shane was once sitting on this pedestal seat, and all of a sudden the plywood decides to give out from under him. Yeah, and Shane and everything else went crashing to the ground, and Shane about goes overboard. And another time, I guess he was over in Fairmont in the lakes, and he kind of forgot that his boat was in ski mode, and he tried to go under a bridge. Well, the bridge was a little tougher than this ski pole, we'll just say that.
It's still there.
Ask him about mourning his grandma.
I'll let Grandma tell this story.
It's from the same boat.
I don't want to embarrass Grandma.
There's you.
Alright, lastly, I started to get a hunch that there was something going on between these two. So one day, Stacie and I were on our way up to the cabin, and I kind of asked Stacie about this. And she said that there was a first date. Now, I can't see Shane being much of a lady charmer or getting all fancied up and going to a nice restaurant. So out of curiosity, I asked Stacie, well, what did this first date consist of? Now get this, Stacie tells me, first off, it was at Andy's house. Shane lived at Andy's at the time. The date consisted of the movie Days of Thunder, Casey's Pizza, pizza, and a case of Busch Light. And Andy. Now, I highly do not recommend that any guy here try this, because I have no clue how that just worked. But now, if everyone could just raise your glass, just gonna make a quick toast. Shane and Stace, may the best of your yesterdays be that much more tomorrow.
Okay, well, thanks, Tyler, for taking all the talking out of this whole thing. It's nice and short and sweet. Stacie and I have been friends pretty much since forever. We grew up only a few blocks away from each other and have created countless of memories throughout the years. Everything from sleepovers and night games to track meets and vacations. We've pretty much been through it all. I remember one time in particular, Stacie and I spent an entire afternoon making up a dance to Billy Ray Cyrus's Achy Breaky Heart. So maybe if you guys are lucky, you'll get to see that one later. And Stacie, I'm still baffled that our lovely parents let two seniors in high school plan and follow through on a spring break trip to Mexico. Needless to say, it's always an adventure with the two of us. Even though after graduation we went our separate ways and met some new and genuine friends, eventually our life paths brought us back together, and I think that solidified our friendship. Now, instead of sleepovers, we have wine nights. And instead of track meets, we have rainy 5K, 10K, half marathon races. And instead of making up new dances, we're going to dance to celebrate new beginnings. Stacie, you are my most cherished friend. And Shane, there isn't anybody that deserves her love more than you do. I love you both. Cheers.
At this point, do we have any parents or grandparents that would like to say anything?
Todd?
Right here.